Hey guys, Dave Baggs here, and before I get into the video, I want to give a big shout out to John Cena. That's right, John Cena, the actor, the WWE wrestler. He is now following me on Twitter, and I really appreciate it. You know, John and I had a private conversation. He liked one of my tweets, and I love John's movies. I love him in the WWE. So John, thank you for following me on Twitter. I hope you enjoy this video. And I'm not even sure if he's in the video games, but I hope he likes the video anyway, for the simple fact that I actually mentioned his name in the video. Okay, so let's get into this video. I want to give you guys my first impressions of Call of Duty World War II. All right, you guys are probably thinking the game's been out for almost a month and a half. Okay, I get it, but I'm not like other YouTubers who put out videos the day after they play the game just so they can get a video up and be the popular kid on the block. Okay, I'm not like that. I gotta have time to play the game. That's just the way I do it, all right? But before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I want to let all of you guys out there know who have not seen any of my videos on Call of Duty and who are new to my channel that I've been incredibly critical of Call of Duty in recent years, to the point where I simply didn't like the game anymore. I did not like the futuristic direction that the game's been going down. I don't like the fact that Call of Duty is a game that comes out annually, because it doesn't give me or anybody else out there, for crying out loud, time to really enjoy the current game before the next game is going to be talked about and shoved down our throats. That's just the way I feel. But enough of that, guys. I think you guys get the point. Now let's talk about Call of Duty World War II. Now, the first thing that I noticed when I launched the game right away was the music. And you know what? Music is important to me because music creates part of the story. It's like a movie. A lot of the storytelling in a good movie goes hand in hand with good music, a good soundtrack. At least that's what I believe. And I think Sledgehammer and Activision did a phenomenal job with this, okay? And I don't think I could have imagined a better soundtrack for this game. Now, the second thing that I notice about this game is the color palette, which has a lot of dark browns and greens and grays, which mimic a lot of the modern Hollywood World War II films, and I believe they nailed it with this color palette because of this. Now, obviously, it's not black and white or monochrome, but it has a very Band of Brothers feel to it. And if you guys seen the HBO miniseries Band of Brothers or The Pacific, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I really like that about this game. I really do. I think they nailed it. Now, after playing multiplayer for the past month, I really wanted to get a sense of how I felt, not just about the gameplay, but the maps and the game modes as well. And what I found out as far as the maps are concerned is that they represent a lot of the terrain and the types of structures that were around during World War II, based on the movies that I've seen about World War II, the photos that I've seen, along with the vintage videos that I've seen. And you know what? The details that they put into this game and the various maps represent everything during that time. Now, I saw this firsthand when I was stationed in Germany, as well as visiting all these other countries across Europe. Now look, I know that I haven't been in those countries between 1942 and 1945. However, those buildings that I did see when I was there were around long before World War II, and they stood the test of time, which includes World War II itself. And you know what? Seeing those buildings and comparing them to buildings that were in the game shows me that Sledgehammer did their homework. Now, I don't claim to be an expert in World War II weaponry, but I do know firearms and the mechanics that are involved with firearms, okay? So I think they did a nice job with that, and at the same time, keeping in mind that this is still a video game as well. So you have to have the right balance, and I thought they succeeded. They did a nice job. Now, overall, guys, I'm having a good time playing this game, okay? Each and every time I get finished playing with a game, I want to play again. This is the feeling that I have not had since Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2. And at the end of the day, guys, that's really what I want, is to simply have fun. And that's what I'm having. Now for the things that I don't like. And to be honest, guys, the one thing that I don't like about this game, and pretty much every single Call of Duty game for that matter, is the Call of Duty community itself. Now, some people in the lovely Call of Duty community have been complaining about the hit markers and how they'll shoot somebody, and that their hit markers will flash numerous times, indicating that the enemy is getting hit with the rounds, but the enemy doesn't die. Well, look, I haven't experienced this, but that's primarily because I play hardcore game modes. But I'm sure with proper feedback, Sledgehammer's gonna fix a lot of the bugs that so often occur when a new game is released. It's just the nature of the beast. There's no way around it. So rather than take to social media and say this game sucks, this game is broken, simply send a message to Sledgehammer via Twitter or go to the website and contact them. That way they're aware of the problem, and with enough good feedback, those changes can be made. Now, speaking of the game is broken, and honestly, I should have mentioned this as my chief complaint. I gotta say, guys, the Call of Duty community acts like a bunch of babies complaining about servers. They're complaining about servers now. Fix your servers, blah, blah, blah. You know what, guys? I've experienced a few server issues too, but I would say that 95% of the time, I have no issues with the servers, and neither do you. So quit your crying, you big babies. Man up and start playing a new game if the servers disconnect you. Jeez, it's not a big deal. Man. Anyway, let's get back on track before I lose it even more. All right, so at the end of the day, the feeling that I get with this game is a good one. So there's no more exo boosting. There's no more futuristic things like that. So I'm glad that they went back to what made Call of Duty great. So guys, look, tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm sure you guys have a lot to say about this game. I'm sure you guys have a lot to say about what I had to say. I like the game. Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm Dave Baggs. And guys, I apologize. It's been a while since I made a video. A lot of stuff going on in my life, but this is one for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one.